Hey you guys, so I am back in order to upload the part 2 of the video. I'm actually just going to go ahead and get into it and we can talk about the rest of it after. And I'm also going to post the link of the full video for you guys to watch yourself in regards to what Kirk said, or what they alleged he said about black people.
Well, hold on.
It's what?
Hold on. No, I know, but the fact I'm saying 5%. Hold on.
So that's the point that I'm trying to make. Exactly.
Who am I debating? Am I debating here?
If your own government's pumping drugs.
Yeah. So
okay. So I want to make a quick
You're
point.
right. Black Americans are in prison far greater than the percentage of the population. So Black Americans are about 13 to 14% of the population.
Yes.
About half of all prisoners are black.
Exactly.
So blacks commit more crimes than whites do. They commit more murders. They commit more arsons. They commit more kidnappings. For example, blacks are 13% of the population and they commit 58% of all the murders. That's not a war on drugs. That's a culture problem.
Okay. So let's talk about that culture. Black people have been legislatively subjugated up until 1965. I'll give it, honestly, it's later, but let's just say 1965. You do not think that 10 generations of legislative subjugation and slavery during that time, 4,000 black men, women, and children are lynched as the result of race riots in this country? You do not think that these things have a lasting effect? We have had 10 generations of subjugation and 4 of legislative freedom.
Of course they have an impact, but it's more on you to explain why things got worse since the Civil Rights Act. More violent, less fathers around, poorer. Why is that?
Because of mass incarceration and the unfair criminalization of black men.
But let's just take murders, for example. Why blacks are 13% of the population and commit 58% of the murders? Why is that?
Because people in affluent and whiter neighborhoods are not being policed at the same rate. There are more police.
I'm talking about dead bodies. There's no, we're not talking about policing. We're talking about murders. Why are so many blacks committing murders outside of their population?
Okay, let's take it back to some history.
I'm curious for an answer to that question.
I'm going to give you one. So let's go to redlining. Okay, redlining.
Redlining
yes.
is why so many blacks are killing each other?
No, let me finish my claim.
Okay.
And then you can respond. Is that okay? Okay. So redlining, federally mandated or sustained by the FHA, right? Separating black Americans to specifically impoverished and relegated areas of the country. We are incapable of buying homes and putting equity into neighborhoods with lower crime rates and better educational systems. We do not have access to things that would uplift and help our community. When you are put in an environment that promotes and reinforces social and economic inequality, you become desperate and are forced to do things that maybe don't align with your values.
But what you're making an excuse for a lot of murder,
when you have
a lot of stealing,
a high concentration of a subjugated people in one area.
If you were right, when blacks in America did not have the same rights they had today, they were less murderous, there was less break-ins. Why is that?
So I'm sorry, are you trying to say that blacks thrive under subjugation?
No, I'm not. I'm saying I'm asking you the question. The data shows they were actually better in the 1940s. It was bad, it was evil, but what happened? Something changed. They committed less crimes.
Maybe they were afraid. 4,000 black men, women, and children were killed in violent lynch mobs.
That's your explanation. But
racial terror permeated American culture for hundreds of years.
Black America is worse than it has been
that affected
in the last 80 years.
The generational psyche of an entire group of people?
No, I'm sure it did. I'm not discounting that. I'm just trying to understand, why is it the more social welfare we've done, so we've spent $20 trillion on uplifting black communities, $20 trillion, and black Americans are poor. We've done everything that's been asked.
You haven't done everything that's been asked, though.
Great society,
because what is being
stamps,
asked,
subsidized housing, Medicaid, public schooling, subsidized college. We're talking about $20 trillion that has been spent on the Great Society, and yet black America is poorer, more murderous, more dangerous. So there's an explanation. I'm asking you to explain.
But we are not asking for handouts. We are asking for equity.
And
part of equity
what does equity mean?
is
you mean taking from other people?
Excuse me, it means sharing, which is something that you guys seem to have a very hard time doing.
Sharing. So somebody has to explain why black America, and you haven't, is 13% of the population, and commits 58% of the murders.
Black people have built and founded this society.
So, now that you guys have watched the rest of the video, we can talk about this and we can be honest today. Because how many of us know of black people, right? Where it's free this person, free that person, and we know that these people are guilty of these crimes. How many times have we normalized drug dealing in our own families, right? The Lord literally just had me talk about this the other day. Because there's no way we're going to sit up here and try to turn a blind eye. If we truly care about our people, right? Our people, we have to be honest about the things that we are in agreement with. And so when you have all of these people who are listening to artists that are glorifying abortion, right? When black women, as black women, we have the highest rate of abortion amongst all races. But when Lotto was saying about, oh, she has no problem with spending the 500 so he won't have to feel like she trapped him, there were so many black women I know that were singing along to that and real loud. And it was also the young woman trying to blame redlining as far as why more black people commit murders. And I pulled these statistics up. Now, this is real stuff. So I even took the time to pull up the statistics from the Office of Juvenile Justice to confirm that, yes, more black people get arrested for violent crimes, right? So these are the statistics that I pulled up myself that confirms this. And not to mention, right, I made a whole post on Facebook talking about how me as a black woman experienced some of the most hatred from black people. Do you know that when I posted these videos on there were so many people in the comments? I had one girl call me everything but a child of God in regards to the things that Charlie was saying. She didn't even take the time to go watch the video, but she was saying that, oh, he's racist and all of this. So, in my defense, I said, okay, well, if you are a single mother or struggles with a parent or an absent parent in your household, you should be clapping because he was taking up for us. He was the one who was encouraging black men to be in their children's lives, to be in the mother's lives, right? To actually marry so that we can have stability within our community. And listen, when I say that girl called me all kind of B's and O's and these different things, and something in me just said, you know what? Let me go to her page because I can guarantee I can find a baby daddy post somewhere in here. And guess what, y'all? It didn't take me long. Like, I really need y'all to see how demonic this is. That is a demonic spirit at work if we aren't able to have honest and respectable conversations with one another about the issues we face. And trust me, there were so many more black people just like that on my status who showed me another black person disrespect when trying to have these tough conversations, and I'm being nothing but kind. This is a problem, and guess what? I'm going to be the person to bring this all to the light so that we can talk about this today.